Starting.
All right. You start, girl. You go. You just go. I haven't even got my YouTube.
Good morning, everybody. So Tangi and I are getting started. I won't lie, we just had a little powwow. We were totally powwowing before we got started, and then I was like, we
Yes.
gotta get started.
I'll tell everybody what I told you is I just woke up and I was laying in bed and I was looking at my phone and then I get the notification that Trish was sending me a hangout and I was like, what day is it? Oh no, it's Wednesday. And I jumped up, I put pants on. That is all I've done. I put my glasses on. I've not brushed my hair, I've not brushed my teeth. You guys are fresh out of bed. You're welcome.
You're welcome. I'm a little bit earlier. See, I put my husband on a multivitamin, and in order for him to take it, I have to make him breakfast because you have to eat. If you don't eat with it, what are you doing? What is that? Oh, that's the coffee.
That's my coffee maker. Yeah, sorry.
In order for him to take the vitamins, because the one day I'm like, don't forget to eat your breakfast. He didn't eat his breakfast. He threw them all up. And I'm like, he's in coat, jacket, tie, the whole 9 yards. And so so now I have to make him breakfast in the morning. So I did get up and make him breakfast. I rolled out of bed for breakfast for him a while ago. But I haven't done much. I've been sitting and relaxing, enjoying the fact that we don't have to be anywhere. We've been somewhere every morning for 2 weeks.
Yes.
For 2 weeks. And my mom was like, oh, you're home. Can I have this kid to come do my stuff? And I'm like, no, Mom, we're home today. We're home. We're going to stay home.
I had the exact same conversation with my husband because we just last week was Vacation Bible School and the end of softball season, and so Jackie was like, "Hey, you want to go to this place tonight?" I said, "No." We have been somewhere every night for over a week. I want to be home.
Yeah, last week was our VBS. Then we rolled from VBS into sign language camp for 4-H. Because my kids were like, hey, if we don't have to come home, if we don't have to be home, let's not be home. So we went and did that the last 2 days. But let's say hi to everybody. I need to get in here and say hello.
Okay, I'm just.
If y'all haven't noticed. So good morning, Wheat Tree. Amanda Mason in the house. How's that belly going? Good morning, Danielle. Danielle.
It's funny.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's funny how Wheat Tree and I seem to hang out in the same circles. It's like every live thing that I go to, there she is. I'm like, yay, Wheat Tree's here.
That's so funny. We have Creating Essence is here this morning. Misty.
Hi, Creating Essence.
Monasco.
She left a really nice.
What'd she leave?
Essence left. She left a really nice comment on one of my videos. I think it was a couple of days ago. But anyway, that's
House of Littles in the house.
So, thank you.
House of Littles is here. We were supposed to do a sewing collab, but our schedules are in conflict, so we got to postpone that tomorrow. Erica's here. Tina Wood. Oh, I just.
Oh my gosh, I look so bad. You didn't tell me how bad I look this morning. Oh my god.
It's real Tangi in the house.
Oh my.
Listen, the only reason I look good is I didn't shower last night. I did my hair yesterday because we met with a politician, and I knew there would be photos. So I did my hair yesterday, and so this is the aftermath of all that hairspray. Tina Wood's here from New Brunswick, Canada. Compass Rose. Tatiana and her family came over to my house the other day, Monday afternoon.
Oh, cool.
Danielle is here. I said that. Candy's here. I already got Misty. The microphone you had on yesterday works better. This one cuts audio out. All right. My only problem is if I use the thing, I can't hear. I don't know. I can try it. Bubba, go get me my little microphone. Maybe it'll go through my my computer, the audio speaker. I'll try it. I was wondering about that. Will you grab my phone? Somebody's calling me.
Hey, I'm gonna make some coffee. So I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, so let me try this one and then we'll find out if I pick up audio. Daniel, Bubba, there's a piece right here, this little black clip that should be over there. All right, so do y'all hear me better? I can take these out, can't I? All right, so I'm waiting. My guy has got the phone. It should be over there. But it should be over there. Okay. Amanda says she's a huge hot mess. That's funny. Tina said, wow, school not out over here yet. Not until June 23rd. Really? What, Tina, when do you go back to school then? You're not out till the end of June. I mean, I remember growing up, we weren't out till the first or second week of June. And now it seems like the kids are out in May. My baby graduates high school on June 22nd. Yay! Trish, you sound fine to me. There's nothing wrong with your face, Tangi. That's right. God don't make no junk. All right. Do you like this better? This speaker better? But you need to talk, Tangi, so I can tell if I can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can't hear me. Okay.
All right, so I have to go back to these. Sorry, guys. That's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is. Oh my gosh, I am not gonna sing first thing in the morning. Thank you very much, Weetree. I don't I don't think I'm junk, but I do think I could look better for you guys, so I don't scare anybody off. Yes.
Hey, I like it. I like it. You're doing my hair in the live show.
Oh, girl, you know, and this is, I'm just gonna do my homeschool mom hair. There we go.
The mom bun.
The mom bun. Yep, it's my look. But I do like my shirt. Our church, we had a youth fellowship weekend, and our theme of the weekend was be ye doers of the word, not hearers only. And then we had that verse put on the shirt. I love that verse. It's a good verse. I want to show you guys something really quick.
Listen, okay, so our baby. No, go ahead.
You go ahead.
All right, then you can totally take off. Lifeway, who does like the VBSs that puts the packages together, came out with these shirts that are super trendy, and they had the VBS Bible verse on them, but they're like 100% super soft cotton, and they are so cool. I was like, I need a VBS shirt set, and they sold them in trios. But yeah, I'm totally loving. But I have one. Mine's maroon like yours, and then I have a black gray charcoal one. But okay, cool. Go ahead. So what did you get?
Okay, so a friend of mine who loves me and is very supportive, but she doesn't watch me on YouTube because she ain't got time for that. She knew that I was doing the coffee chat on my Facebook page, on the Caver's Wife, which I've stopped for now because it's a very busy season of life. Anyway, but she didn't know I stopped, and she had this made for me.
I have to be quiet. Talk. You have to talk. Show it again, because I did the sound, okay. And then you didn't make a sound, and then they didn't see.
Okay. See it? Isn't that cute? It says Coffee Chat with Tangi, and this mug is huge. Like, it fits.
It looks like a picture.
Days. It basically fits my entire, like, what I have in coffee in a day. So it's nice because I can just make it the one time and then be done.
There's Aaron. Aaron's in the house. Guess what? I'm meeting up with Aaron at the end of July. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Girl, we've been stalking each other for like 2 years.
I'm meeting Ethnic Green Living.
Are you really?
Yes,
I love her.
She is so cool, and her family.
Hug her for me. Hug her for me.
I will. I'm really looking forward to it. It's gonna be in August. She and her family are actually gonna be vacationing up around where we are, so really excited to meet her.
Hey, you need to let me know. Maybe I can sneak away.
Creating essence. It's so cute. I like big mugs, and I cannot lie. We almost can't deny.
When my coffee walks in, I get a smile on my face. All right. You might be preggo if you randomly decide to make paleo donuts for breakfast. Oh, yeah, we're going, so the last week in July, my channel will be silent. There's y'all's notice. I'm not dead. It's just that I have youth camp. There's no Wi-Fi, and we're not supposed to have our phones.
Your face says it all.
But on the way home, so Erin's up there, and so Erin and I've been following Erin on when she was YouTubing, and then when I found her again on Instagram, and then she's been coming on back in to YouTube, I was like, Erin, we got to meet up. We got to do lunch or something.
Yeah,
and
I need
so
to subscribe.
She's not making videos.
Don't drink my coffee. I can stop what she's got.
I got somebody who wants my coffee this morning.
Hey, can you see? Do you see that box behind me?
Talk again. I didn't see it.
Okay. All right, because I can't see it in the thing.
Is it the Dunkin' Donuts box?
Yes. You know what is in that Dunkin' Donuts box?
What? Tell me.
A friend of mine has gifted me my son's curriculum for next year.
Oh yeah!
It is a Becca school curriculum for 6th grade. And when I say next year, I mean this fall.
This fall coming up.
Yeah, a whole box of curriculum. But she and I know this is not a homeschool show, but I think most of us here homeschool, or at least we're stay-at-home moms. And we were talking about accredited schools, because I was thinking the other day, in the state of Kentucky, the way we're doing homeschool right now, when my daughter graduates, she will have to take a GED. And I really don't want her to have to take a state test to be considered graduated or ready. I would really like for her to get a high school diploma. So I'm now I'm going to start looking at accredited homeschool curriculum. So,
there you go. I'll be honest. So, we start school next year. I'm looking at curriculum going, this is what I would be buying for next year if we were doing homeschool. And I'm having issues with that. I'm really and you have expectations when you go to a school or a private school, or you're putting the effort in a private school, that, you're getting ambition, you're getting, we're striving hardcore. I got a feeling they're me on an average day.
Mm-hmm.
But it's okay. My husband keeps going, and I go back and forth, and it's just you're really using them for a quiet place to go get the work done. Just leave it at that. And if that's your only expectation, then you're okay. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at some of the comments, and Creating Essence is right. In order, just for her to get get the high school diploma, she has to do the accredited for the last year. And Erin, the state doesn't make you do the GED, but in order to have some sort of certificate saying, hey, I completed school, or I have, I know things to be able to represent to future employers or secondary education institutions. But just crazy stuff. But
yeah, so anyway, so I keep going why are we doing this? I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared. I'm not scared. I'm just kind of
it's great.
I think,
right. Well,
honestly, I can only see myself really doing it 1 year. My kids are really excited, but I think they're excited about meeting people more than anything, and being around people. But I wonder how quickly that will get old. Mm-hmm. But I'm it's only 1 year, and at the end of the year, wow, do I get to come from a place of experience that says, when you want to throw your kids in private school or school system, we can talk about that. I did it.
Exactly. Exactly.
So yeah. I'm doing this for you all.
That's right. Yeah. Well, I mean, we've done public school, we've done private school and now we're doing homeschool. I love it, and the kids love it, and I think a lot of it is because we're active in our church. The kids are getting into sports. There are so many, and that's one of the biggest myths about homeschooling is the whole social thing. My kids are socialized. We go to church. We have a big family. We do sports. We do library activities. But the difference is I get to choose who my children socialize with.
Right.
That's the biggest difference.
Oh, yeah. Homeschoolers totally qualify for scholarships.
Absolutely. So, all right. So let's get on topic because I'm really jazzed about this. It's funny how even though I told Trish I feel like we haven't talked in a month, but I know it's not been that long. It's only been
but we're totally
a week or 2 weeks.
Sync.
We are, and I kind of feel like because we're all sort of facing the same demons. We're all kind of we all face the same thing. So whenever she told me the topic today, I'm like, yeah, that totally goes along with what we were kind of the pre-show discussion.
No. So I was going on last week. I'm going to tell y'all what happened. I mean, and I know it's bad. And I know a lot of it's just water weight and the whole 9 yards. I can't tell you the most motivating thing is to get somebody on fire to take care of their health, and then you stop, and then they end up mentoring you back. So that has to definitely be Farmer Meemaw. Jennifer over there at Farmer Meemaw. She's been doing ketogenics, the keto diet for, I don't know, a month now, maybe a month.
That's right.
And, and I was kind of like, listen, just start and just be simple. Pick one breakfast and eat that every day. And I really kind of got on to her about it. And she took it in a place that I didn't take it, because one of my big problems I ran into is I have the habit of eating. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I'm thinking y'all might understand. I wake up and I have to start cooking out of habit more than anything. And I feel like my day isn't started unless I've eaten something, not because I'm hungry, but because that's my habit. And so her and I have been going back and forth. She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And finally I got back and, just feeling, and I kind of had that, you know what, I'm going to eat because I'm angry at myself for being caught up in the image of myself at losing weight versus, the health of it. And that got me really upset with myself and really had me in a place of exploring. Well, I'm sitting there and my poor daughter's we're trying to find the jeans that fit her and what size she is. And I'm looking at myself in the mirror in the dressing room and I was like, wow, you did what? So I look good here, but between my shoulders and my hips, I'm looking like a biscuit can that exploded, to put it nicely. So I just kind of was like, you know what? I need to get back on this. And to be honest, for me, doing ketogenics can be very simple, can be really simple in my world of things. And the big part is, as Farmer Meemaw's been doing her stuff, she would show me pictures of what she's eating. And I'm like, that's it? That's all you're eating? And she's like, I'm not hungry. And, that is a problem for me. I will keep eating, not because I'm hungry, but because it's there and it's habit, the whole 9 yards. And when I was doing the ketogenics before for the 6 weeks, I lost the initial weight, but I wasn't losing any more weight. And there's this whole thing on the ketogenics that you can eat as much as you want all the time. That's not true. In the end, the fat should satisfy you so you eat less. It's not a free-for-all eating. And so I'm kind of like, I really need to be in this. So Monday morning I started, and it was the beginning of VBS, which was probably the biggest helpers I could be. See, Farmer Meemaw chimes in because she knows we talk about her. And it was VBS. And for me, I know I get those like Walmart pre-made cooked beef sausage patties, or not beef, pork sausage patties. And listen, they're easy. They have no carbs and they're super easy. And for no other reason, they're easy. I take one of those, I heat it up, I cook 2 eggs, I like mine runny. I put the eggs on top. I have a little half and half of my coffee because it's comfort food. I'm not going to lie, it's comfort, the half and half in there. It's 2 grams of carbs for the day, for my morning. And just starting there and then moving about. Well, being at VBS, and you're so busy, didn't give me time to eat. Not eat, but snack, just perpetually
Mm-hmm.
putting garbage in my mouth. It was
Right.
the best way to kick off my diet,
Mm-hmm.
or not even diet, way of eating. And,
Mm-hmm.
so that morning when I got up, it was 175 pounds I was back up to. 175. So I'm right in the middle. When I started my journey a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, I was 195. I got down to 152. So I'm right in the middle. I put 20 pounds back on, but I'm still 20 pounds below what I started at. And that has been so helpful. And so now we're going into week 2. And, I kind of jump on the scale because I have been sending Farmer Meme my weight and my pictures of my food just as an accountability partner.
Mm-hmm.
And that really, really helps, having an accountability partner. And I have been doing that. And I'm running into, for me, it actually ends up working out really well, because if you do it right, you stop eating quantity. And stopping to eat quantity ends up saving my budget in the end. And it also helps when you go get the marked down meat at Walmart. And somehow,
Mm-hmm.
like, the migrant workers are, I think, like, something shifted here this last week, because we have a large migrant worker workforce that comes through, that come in on contract. And then I don't know if y'all know how it works, but they actually come in on contract, and they have so many weeks here. All their money is shipped back to their families, and they have their money to come buy their stuff. Hold on.
Bless you.
But they'll come in on buses and wipe Walmart out in 2 hours. It's crazy, because it's like, we'll pull up, and it's like, they're here. Let's just wait 40 minutes in the parking lot and let them be done, because it is like a swarm. They come in, they get their stuff, and they're gone. And so what I think happened is, like, the picking has moved these 2 weeks, and Walmart's purchasing hasn't caught up. So, like, all the drumsticks were clearanced out, all the like really thin, they take the sirloins and they cut them really, really thin, because a lot of times that's a Latin way that they grill them for certain stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So all those meats that the pickers typically purchase, and listen, we call them pickers because they pick food. They're pickers, so don't take it politically derogatory or whatever. We call them pickers.
Mm-hmm.
That the pickers typically have, Walmart had in abundance. So I mean, it's not even close to the expiration, to the date they have to sell, and they are marking them suckers down. And so I went and bought probably 40 pounds of drumsticks, 40 pounds of drumsticks, probably another 30 pounds of the sliced sirloin. And I went through and started looking up, because I need crock pot meals again, or not even crock pot, but like dump meals, where you dump the chicken into the bag and make it easy. But here's my thing. I'm going to feed myself ketogenically, but I'm going to feed my family the starches, because they want the starches and they want the potatoes. So I'm trying to find that balance kind of deal. All right, so there's my little spew.
Okay. Well, you know what my plan is.
I know what your plan is, and I
Because
love it, because we have 2 different plans.
yeah, well, and again, and this all, we keep going back to this. We keep going back to this. What works for me may not work for you, because my lifestyle might be different, my budget might be different, where I live and what's available might be different. So don't get hung up on, well, I have to do it this way because it's working for this person. What you need to look at is this something that I can do and keep doing it? Can I live this way? Is it realistic? Is it going to help me? I love Weight Watchers. It just, I do, I mix in a little bit of Trim Healthy Mama. But I love Weight Watchers, and I love it because I am not tied to any particular food groups. I can have whatever I want, as long as I keep within my point system for the day, and I can eat what my family's eating. It does force you to make better choices, because the foods that are better for you are lower in points. But I like carbs. I like popcorn. I like all of those things, but I can have what my family's having and still lose weight and be excited about it and not have to worry about like, oh, well, you know, we're going to the in-laws house, but I can't eat what she's having because it's spaghetti or, you know. So that's the plan that just gets me jazzed, and I plan on getting back on it. So a little update on me real fast. My lowest weight that I got to when I started Weight Watchers was 177. I kind of took a break because you guys know I was like stressed out, and I was just like, I just can't do anything right now. So anyway, I have put back on 7 pounds. I am floating between 183 and 184. So I'm still 15 pounds down from where I started, but I'm ready to get back on it because I'm feeling really frumpy. I'm just feeling not attractive. And I want to feel attractive for my husband. And, you know, I was telling Trish, I was like, I want to say exactly what I said, but you know, when my husband and I are together, I don't want to think about looking motherly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to think about that. I want to be like my husband's hot fantasy woman. I don't want to feel like a frumpy stay-at-home mom. So that's kind of where I'm at mentally right now.
Well, and you know, and that's just it. You know, I'm looking at, so I'm doing, I will say, like, I've changed my mentality because I was really kind of consumed in the negative way about why am I losing weight, and I was losing weight for vanity more than anything. And then I've let myself kind of go in anger and, like, you know, frustration of being caught up into that. And as I began gaining it back, I realized, you know, physically I can't keep up already. You know, there's nothing worse than if you've ever ran in your life, if you've ever done running, you know, for races and all that, there's this graceful thing that happens. And when you get out of that and you start putting on weight, I literally feel like an elephant when I hit the ground. And it doesn't really have to do with my weight. It has to do with being out of shape. But it's literally like, dum, 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 when you're running. When you just want to pick up a little trot, you just feel so heavy when you hit the ground. And it's not weight. It's being out of shape and your ligaments not whatever. You know, because there's no number on there that makes that sound. And hitting that, and now I'm realizing, you know, I'm doing this way of eating because it's very convenient. I enjoy Weight Watchers, but right now mentally I can't grasp counting. And to be honest, I'm not counting my macros for ketogenics like you're supposed to do. I'm just like, hey, I want to make every decision I can to cut the carbs out where I can and where I can live happily. Now, have I had a few times where I was like, bread? Yeah, you know, and I go and pull up a THM recipe for something equivalent to bread. I mean, I was walking through the grocery store yesterday. I was like, you know, I could do THM, Trim Healthy Mama, and I could eat that. And just wait 3 hours and go back to normal. And, you know, so some days I'm just kind of like, I can go THM. And I'm like, yeah, slippery slope, Trish. Get this down first. You know, be in this, you know, so I just tell my girlfriend who is a THMer, I said, you know, I'm just living in permanent S land. But what's nice is for once I'm going longer than 3 hours, because the nice part about going ketogenically, you do not have to eat every 3 hours. You can actually sustain yourself longer without eating, which seems so contradictory to myself. Like, I'm programmed to eat over and over and over again. But I don't need to. So I kind of like that aspect of it and being free of that, because when I do convert back over and I'm not eating the carbs, I'm not thinking about food all the time. Where when I started eating carbs, even I went 6 weeks and I wasn't thinking about food all the time. The moment I brought the carbs back in, all I could do was think of food. And I couldn't get satisfied. You know, and I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm just telling you my experience doing the ketogenics. And it's such a nice thing. When I do Weight Watchers, I think about food all the time. Food is like my hobby. But I feel like it's a safe hobby at that point, because I am finding food within, you know, it's always finding the game, like the next thing I can eat that's in balance. And it's a fun thing to think about. But again, I'm usually thinking about food, and then it's
Right.
so easy for me to slip into the wrong decisions.
Yeah. Oh, well, that was one thing that I noticed with Weight Watchers is that I didn't think about food all the time because I wasn't, again, nothing was off limits. And I feel like anytime that I put limits on myself, I become obsessed with it. So I didn't worry about it. And plus I said, I kept myself busy. Anytime I knew that I wasn't hungry, but I was thinking about food, I'm like, well, I'm just obviously not busy enough. So I would go find something to clean or organize or find something active. And of course, right now with me being, in the garden, it's garden season. I know that that's really not going to be what the problem for me is going to be making myself stop to eat. So, so I'm really excited about that. Plus I've got so much lettuce, you guys. I planted way too much lettuce. Like there is too much for us to eat. And I need to start knocking on doors of my neighbors and be like, you want some salad for lunch? So, but I'm really excited. I know you guys, at least in the group, and here a couple of times we have talked about my friend Mandy. Mandy is a girl that I went to high school with, and she has lost over 90 pounds on Weight Watchers, and she started running. And I mean, oh, that's so cute.
This is what I'm looking at behind me, y'all. This is what's going on.
That is precious. Very sweet. But
that's what you hear. She's bouncing on him. Sorry.
Oh, she's bouncing on him?
Stop, Lily.
That's so cute. But anyway, but my friend Mandy, she became a runner. She is so inspirational, and I actually set my notifications on my Instagram every time she posts. I get a notification so I can go see, because just seeing how happy she is and how fit she is and how, I mean, it's like the whole world has opened up to her. Nothing stops her. She can do whatever she wants because she has no physical limitations. And like her and her family just went on vacation, and she just looked amazing. And I'm like, I need that motivation. I need to keep that in my head, because like I said, I just feel so frumpy right now. And also, I don't know if you guys can tell, anytime I gain weight, the first place I gain it is in my face. But I'm looking at my face right now and going, I remember how slim my face was back in January when I hit 177. I'm just like,
but that's inflammation. It's not really fat. It's inflammation, because that's what I ran into. What?
Oh, Erica, thank you. I did not even think
you
about
can dehydrate lettuce.
Yes. Well, because I was going to dehydrate kale, but I didn't think about dehydrating lettuce. I have a dehydrator. Thank you for saying that. I am so doing that today. I'm doing that today. Thank you.
I know, that's why I bought the sliced beef. I mean, I froze it all, but I bought the sliced beef because I'm like, I can cut that and make jerky out of it. Yum.
Yes. Oh, and that's another thing. That's another thing too, guys. So this year, I told my husband before we got our tax return, I said, this year, I want you to fill my freezer with deer. I said, I'm taking care of the veggies for the year. I need you to start taking care of the protein for the year. And I said, so whatever we got to do to get you set up to do that, let's do it. Okay, so he got his license. He bought 2 deer tags. And then he also got his rifle. And this week, or right after church, we went and ate at Sam's Club, and because that's how ritzy we are. And anyway, so Gander Mountain is liquidating because Camping World bought them. For those of you who have those and know what I'm talking about. So they're going out of business sale. Well, we stopped by just to see what they had, and they had all of their hunting gear 50% off.
No.
Yes. So we got his Realtree clothes. But one of the things that I'm so jazzed about is, you guys, deer meat is so lean, and it's my favorite protein. I prefer it over beef. I love it. And so what was my point about this? Oh, just about,
what did you buy? Mm-hmm.
We got his Realtree camo pants, 2 Realtree camo shirts, and then a hat. And what else did we get? We got some other things, and we also got Parker some new shoes because he's a boy and he needs them, and they were on sale. So, but yeah, so now we've got him. I'm like, he's ready. He's ready. We're waiting for deer season, and although they do have their meat grinders on sale, and we are going to try to process it ourselves to save money.
We
So
use, I have a KitchenAid mixer. I have a KitchenAid mixer, and on the KitchenAid mixer, I have the meat grinder attachment. I've used that for 15 years.
And so, have you sausage with it?
It what?
Have you made sausage with it?
I just got the no, I take the, I have made sausage. I have taken the ground beef or the venison, and so what we typically do, I don't know the way you process, we do it very basic over the last 15 years, and we used to be like really proficient with it, but then we've had a lack of deer meat. But I think this coming year we're fixing that issue. But what we do is we actually take and we break down the sections, we break the deer down to sections, and then we go through and we cut all the muscles out, and then we slice it into steak to fry, because we don't actually do roast or anything like that, because our deer don't have near the fat your deer has. Our deer is really lean and
ours
small.
Is too. Ours doesn't have any fat either.
I bet you ours will look like crazy lean compared to yours. I bet I'll go, look, you have fat. So I slice, so we don't cook ours in roast because it gets so dry. And so we slice them to fry. And then whatever is not able to be fried, we take and we grind. And so then I grind all that, and then we package it into, we typically package it into 1.5 pound bags. That's for ground meat. And then we freeze them all like that. And then every once in a while we'll take some of the ground meat and then we'll add fat to it, and we make sausage.
Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do that too. And I think, didn't I hear right that the best place to get fat to add is like from a butcher
or grocery store?
Or the grocery store? Do you get pork or beef fat?
I get pork. Beef fat's really hard to get in Florida.
Okay.
I mean, you can if you're in the right places, but like in general, to buy pork fat is easier. What I do is I will, if I know like we're gonna do sausage, venison sausage, I will go and freeze, my first freeze. I will first freeze all of my like ground or my chunked, like my cube to grind. I will freeze all that venison and wait till Fair Week. After Fair Week, I will go to the butcher that's butchering all those fair pigs, and I'll buy that fat. Because when it's that fat is so cheap. And that's also when I get my fat for doing lard.
Okay. Yeah. You'll have to, when that time comes, you'll have to talk me through that process.
I have to do some videos. This year was just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So in Melody asked, when does deer season open where I live? I think, pretty sure it's October.
I don't know when ours is. Ours keeps changing.
But yeah, I would much rather, because I have a KitchenAid mixer and I have been looking at the attachments, but I've heard like mixed reviews on people that have used it. But I would much rather get the attachment for something I already own than to get a standalone grinder, because I'm all about the minimalism.
And it's cheaper. And I will tell you, I went to do a video. I made the video, but I probably should find all the pieces to the video and do an over one. I took my KitchenAid mixer apart.
That's brave.
Girl, I took it apart and cleaned because what I heard was one thing you have to be careful about, because I was using it for wheat grinding too. And is that you can wear out the motor, and you wear out the motor because you eat up the grease in the motor, the oil in the motor. So my, I have anyways, I got industrial grade industrial grade that's food safe grease. I mean, this stuff is like blue, tacky, sticky stuff. Once you get on something, it's hard to get it off. This stuff is used for the sugar industry, uses it. And my father-in-law's good friends with people at the sugar industry, and he got an extra tube for this stuff. So we got like this little jar of this crazy grease. So I went and I took I found some YouTube videos. I took the whole thing apart. I greased it up, and I got it so far back together. And then my husband's like, I don't trust you're going to do this right. And he finished putting it back together for me. But I mean, that stuff, I had that thing. So the reality is, That thing is so greased up, it should be good for another 10, 15 years. I've just added 10, 15 years, and the thing was already 25 years old.
Wow.
You know, them things,
Yeah.
I mean, so if you take care of them, those KitchenAid mixers will last.
That's what I'm counting on. Do you guys know how much I paid for my KitchenAid mixer?
How much?
Okay, so I have the classic white one.
Yeah, that's what I got.
$15.
I bought an old one for like $10 at a yard sale, only because it had the attachment. My husband would drag my KitchenAid mixer to the woods to grind deer on the back of his truck. Don't explode your coffee. I'm so sorry.
That's awesome.
So he got this one, and it has that attachment on the front. I'm like, you take that one to the woods.
That's awesome. House of Littles was kind to correct me. She said deer season in Kentucky opens early September. Now, is that gun season, or is that, because I think youth season, they have like their rifle and their bow season, and then I think after that, then it's, I don't know. I could be. I don't know.
Candy says she has to buy meat that doesn't look like the original animal.
Oh my gosh, she's like my sister. Okay, so my sister, she is so funny. She's a lot younger than I am, and they came and stayed with me one time, and I was making spaghetti or something, and I was using ground turkey that was in the tube that you get at Aldi, and I opened it and I plopped it out in the skillet, and she goes, "Ew, that's ugly. I'm not eating that." I'm like, "Well, I haven't cooked it yet." She's like, "But it's ugly." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it's raw meat. It's not gonna be pretty." So funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, I love all of these like-minded people. Like, we can talk about deer hunting and processing our own deer and be like, "Oh yeah, whatever." No one's like freaking out. So
you funny. Eat meat.
I know. I love it. Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, okay, so while Trish is talking, you guys throw in the comments, like, what is your eating plan? What is your go-to? What makes you excited about getting on track and being healthy? Or indicate if there's an eating plan that you're interested in, that you've been looking up, and maybe there's somebody else, us or somebody else in the comments who have done it, and they can maybe give you some good resources. If you guys could see the face that Trish is making at me right now.
This is my facial. And the other part too is why that eating plan works for you. Like, what is it that is the littlest thing that makes it doable in your life? Because that's important. Like, why does it make it do that? I know, like, for me, because a lot of times it's, hey, Bubba, will you get that drink for her? A lot of times it's, I shouldn't have done that to my face. That's not a good one either. This is the face I make Tangi when she talks. Anyway, one of the things I like, sometimes it's thought like, oh, if you're doing keto, all you do is eat meat. Do you not see her? There was like a glimpse of your eyeball going across the screen. This is what we do. But I mean, sometimes one of my favorite, like, I'm not really in the mood to eat, is I'll take cauliflower, I'll steam it, and I'll add butter and sour cream and cheese and garlic to it, and then I divide it up, and I'll just eat a little bit of that for dinner and no meat. What are you looking at? What did you see?
I saw my face, my eyeball pop up on the screen, so I totally saw
I told you so. Told you so.
Oh, mercy.
And that looks funny though. Doesn't it look like a fisheye?
It did. Sorry, I was hoping that would be for Trisha's eyes only, but oh well. So Green Gable said that 2.5 years ago she started on Trim Healthy Mama. It is a way of life now, down 40 pounds and counting. Farmer Meanwhile is all about the keto right now, girl. I totally understand because you are killing it.
I know, she looks so good.
Let's
see.
If
you see some of her photos from when she was younger, she looks like a little doll. You know.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be back to like baby doll status. House of Littles, I have the same. Go ahead.
No, I was reading it too. You go ahead.
House of Littles, I have the same kind of, I should look at it and grease it so I don't lock up. Oh, they're talking about the KitchenAid.
Mixers. Erica said, I'm on maintenance, journaling, mindful eating, and lots of pre-prepared meals in the fridge. That is awesome. There is a saying, and I know you guys have heard it, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Exactly. So always have whatever plan you are on, always have foods ready, because you guys know how it is. Like, you go into the kitchen and you're like, must eat all the things. And if you don't have your foods that are on plan ready,
well, I'll tell you,
you're setting yourself up for failure.
I was at the grocery store, you know, as we're doing this stuff, and I'm looking at these fajitas, and I'm like, I seen a big thing of pico de gallo, which is like the fresh onions, tomatoes, and jalapenos, and lime juice and cilantro. And I was like, I need that. Mm-hmm. And, you know, so I'm making that, and I make it, and I'm just like, I need that. What do you eat that on? Chips. Well, I'm doing keto. I'm like, And Farmer Mima, I almost sent you a picture. So I have pork rinds, and I'm like, is this really that good with pork rinds? Girl, I didn't even miss the chip. I had regular plain pork rinds. I put a little bit on top, chomp, chomp, chomp. Because I mean, the reality is, what do I want? Do I want the corn or do I want the crunch? I want the crunch.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love me some pork rinds, chicaros. I love them. They're so delicious.
Listen, you know my favorite one is salt and vinegar, and I can't find them.
The original.
Really?
I like the original, and I like the barbecue, and I like the hot sauce one. I don't know if I've ever had the salt and vinegar one. But
the salt and vinegar one, I'm not a salt and vinegar potato chip eater, but let me tell you, I could take down some salt and vinegar pork rinds. And then on top of that, we're going to have a video all about our pork rinds. And then I was looking on the back, and they got all these different flavors, but I don't think they make them all the time, that company, Chinchimero something. Or it's like It's Max. Mm-hmm. It's Max is the brand. And so I was trying to look them up to find where I could get them. And I can't find them because they have like a lime and chile pork rind. They have a salsa pork rind, you know, flavor. I'm like.
We Love Joan says that she is a vegan. She's not freaking out about off the deer talk. Vegan.
We love you.
Hubby is off cholesterol meds, blood pressure meds too. That is awesome. That is great. And we were talking, who was I talking with? We were talking about how, you know, we have people in our families that they're diagnosed with something, and they are told, if you change your diet, we can take you off this medicine, and you're going to feel better, but they won't do it. They won't do it.
Oh. By the way.
Yeah.
So my mom has been on her taking control of her diet since September. She's almost coming to a year. Yeah. She went to the doctors, and she's no longer diagnosed as a diabetic.
Woo! That is awesome.
He's like, you no longer test as a diabetic. And she's like, well, what does that mean? He goes, let's see what happens at your next one, that you can continue that. And he's like, you're not a diabetic. Is that not crazy?
That's awesome.
Crazy.
That is awesome.
I wish she's been YouTubing. She's like, I don't have time for that, and I need to do it on this. And I'm like, just share the world your journey, Mom. And she's like, but people will judge me. I'm like, no. Well, you just delete those comments.
Exactly.
Everybody's judging you.
Yes, they will judge you, but just to, you know, move on. So hello to Shabby Chick. I love following her on Instagram. Her babies are so cute and squishy. I want to squeeze the cheeks. And Claire is here. Miss THM is here.
Yeah,
Heather says, she said, do you do bulletproof coffee in the summer? I can't drink hot coffee right now, and the way I make it, I can't do for iced coffee. No, I'm drinking my coffee with creamer right now.
I drink it. Well, okay, this is what I've gotten to. I start, because my comfort food, I have my coffee. I put 2 tablespoons of half and half. And sometimes I add those, like, I forgot I had it, those sugar-free syrups like the vanilla.
Oh yeah.
I love them. And then I add a little bit of stevia. But from there, I just keep adding coffee. And I don't add anything else to it. The reason I'm not always doing bulletproof coffee is because you don't need to do that to be on keto. I mean, that's like a perk, but like there's like my hometown, not my hometown, the town I'm at, there's a bunch of them are gone keto. I mean, like it's a group of 30, and they're all like fat, more fat, more fat, more fat, more. And I had to sit and talk to one. I said, at some point you can't keep devouring the fat. You want to turn, because either your body's going to burn the fat you're eating or the fat you have. So you want them to burn the fat you have. Hey, will you let her not have all my gum? She's like, gum? I got the gum. All right, Tina says, I have lost a lot of weight, but it's not in a good way. In the past 10 years, started at size 22, and this past weekend, size 10. So I'm taking it like you've been sick or something's wrong. Yeah, that's not a good way. But now it's to get healthy, get well, get fit. And get fit doesn't have to be losing weight. Get fit is like take care of yourself.
We Love Jones said, this Mexican is proud of you, Trish. My very Mexican mom would be so proud of your pork and pico combo. I love it. Did I say chicharros right? Is that how you say it? Chicharros? I love those things. That's the I think the Spanish word for
that's okay. We have a little Middle Eastern so here in the States, we have a Middle Eastern like convenience store kind of, you know, like mom and pop shop store kind of thing, but it's Mexican who cooks all the food. So it's all set up. Man, they have the best tacos in the world. I mean, and they're serving pork in there too, which is kind of funny because that's so contradictory. I was like, do you not love this food? She goes, I eat the rice. It's not my religion to eat that food. And I'm like, okay.
Homeschool Life with Shabby Chick wants to know the topic. So, but you know us, girl, we hardly ever stay on topic. But the topic is, what is your best eating plan? Like, what eating plan works for you? Is your go-to? Fits your lifestyle?
You'll have to go back and rewatch the hour to find that 4-minute segment.
Yeah, which I don't know. We keep popping back.
We just slice really back and forth into it. Well, I have to put something other than coffee chat, or not coffee chat, but Mama Gets Fit chat every week. I have to add like something to it. We're trying to stay there.
Yeah.
But then we're like, yeah, we're gonna hit this topic good, and then we're like, oh yeah, by the way, let's talk about this and let's talk about that. But you know,
yeah. So we talked about everything from hunting, processing your own deer meat.
But we're talking about like how that. But at the same time, we're talking about how that fits your diet plan, my diet plan, everybody's diet plan.
Exactly.
And those who don't do it because it is not their diet plan. Love Jones, bless her heart. Meanwhile, have some 72% dark chocolate on hand. You know what I do for my chocolate cravings? Because it's Shark Week. So, like, I'm hoping to drop down. Like this. So, last Monday, I was 175. And granted, I lost probably 3 pounds immediately, just water weight. I'm down to 168-ish. You know, like, I kind of go up and down. You know how you do this.
Mm-hmm.
As you're going down, you do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if we only got 30 people in today, Wheatree. I don't know if we can get 15 more.
Wheatree is the bomb. Do I say that like every time she's here? She's just the bomb. She's like she's a cheerleader. I just love her for that. Love her for that.
Yeah. So I'm down to 168-ish today, and I'm like, yeah.
That's awesome. Loving it. 170.
So, let's see. Heather says, so my iced coffee is a cup of coffee in a mason jar with a cup of whole milk with full of ice. It's the latte that way, I guess. Heather, so are you on an eating plan at all? Are you on an eating plan? I'm just curious. Oh, no. Go help him out, please. Sorry, I'm parenting from the corner of the couch. I'm kind of lazy.
That's okay.
I'm like trying to always be good. Oh, so what I'm doing, like Shark Week came in, right? And I'm like, I want chocolate. And I want chocolate cake. So I did like a chocolate mug cake. But they always turn out dry. they always turn out so dry. So I always have to add like a little half and half. But then anymore, I'm like, I don't even have to eat the whole thing. I'm going to just touch on this real quick. And medley, we do, but there's enough places that it's discussed that we just choose not to discuss it here, if that's all right with you. But if it isn't all right, that's still what we do. There's a lot of negative things and miserable, sad things that are happening. And, we come here to be encouragement and encouraging, but we do watch the news. Let's see. Haha, Shark Week. Heather, will you go help him, please? I'm trying. Here, go ahead and talk, Tangi. I got to take care of somebody.
Okay, so I'm just going to read some of these. So Mama Schmoose is here. What's up, girl? Let's see. On at a reasonable hour. I think we're actually running late. Let's see. Iced coffee. Cut down coffee to 1 cup a day. I do love some coffee, though. Let's see. Trying to increase fat and protein and cut some carbs, but also maintain lactation. Yep. Let's see. Teacher Rose, yay! Okay, awesome. Good morning, honey. My son just woke up. Okay, so yeah, I kind of feel like she caught me off guard. So yeah, how's everybody doing? Let's see. Farmer Mall said she gave up sugar 10 weeks ago, just giving up sweeteners now. Hey, Mary, how are you? Yeah, Farmer Mima is doing incredibly well. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and plug you, Farmer Mima. On her Instagram, she is doing a call out for keto Q&As because she is just like on fire. She is on fire. And so if you guys have any questions or you're interested in keto, hop onto her Instagram and give her some ideas to answer because she's going to be starting a keto Q&A session or videos on her series. Can I talk today? Series on her channel. Let's see. Okay, yeah, everyone's going crazy with the Farmer Mimo. All right. Oh, thank you, Erica. She said, congrats on the M.I. Gardner plug. You guys, oh my word. So M.I. Gardner plugged me and 4 other gardening channels that he watches. Do you know that since yesterday, I have gained 500 subs? 500. I am in shock. I can't believe it. I'm forever grateful. Luke is just awesome. Let's see. Misty says, I've changed the way I'm eating for the better. My body odor is stronger. I think it's because my odor probably is stronger because I think I'm cleaning out prescription strength deodorant isn't right. You know, that is so true. My dad was doing a detox one time and he was drinking all this stuff that he got at a nutrition store. And he said, if you ever plan on doing this kind of detox, stay home. He said, because the smell that comes out of your pores is just crazy.
Dude, you stink like a monster when you detox in because it's coming out of everywhere. You're sweating it out just as badly, and your mouth has it. Listen, it comes out both ends and every sweat gland. It's like, yeah. Anyways, that's just
okay. I want to ask a quick question. Yeah, and this is not on our topic today, but it is this. Have any of you ever done the Listerine foot soak? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's a detox foot soak, and it includes Listerine and some other things. I was just wondering if that really works.
It did not help me.
There's Miss Amy Crafts. Let's see. I missed a question. I saw my name. What is your future plans on the garden, Tangi? This is from M. Medley. I am having issues with the English language today. My future plans every year is to grow more, grow things that I've never grown before, but the goal is to be able to grow enough food to feed my family for a year. or until the next season. And also to share, we are growing not only for my family, but my husband's parents, who are getting to where they can't garden anymore. But yeah, that's, always, I would love to be able to grow all of our own fruit, all of our own protein, and all of our own veggies. That's the goal.
I need to do something. But I feel like until I get all set up, it's just not going to happen. If that makes sense. Like I've just got too many things in my life at the moment. But I feel like we're getting ready. Oh, I didn't tell you. You don't know. Y'all, she has no idea. I have a contract on my house.
What? Shut the front door. Do you really? Oh my gosh, what a blessing. That is a praise report. Oh my gosh, how exciting.
Mm-hmm. It's a little bit, we don't close for up to 6 months. But we are being well compensated in order to do that. And so, yeah.
That is wonderful. You are a step closer to your goals. I am so happy for you. What a blessing.
It is so in disbelief. Did you know that you can post your house on Zillow on your own and post all your own photos in the whole 9 yards? I didn't know that. And so I'd actually updated and added photos, all the photos I had, because my husband had set up the account, and it was sitting on there. And we were only getting like 2 or 3 views a day. It's so social media. It's so funny. He's like, this is social media. Think of it that way. You'll totally be interested. And well, we did that. And then I started adding the photos, and we jumped from 5 views a day to 100 views a day.
Wow.
And then I went in there to go do last Friday, I went in to do videos. So I kind of rearranged the house a little bit with the furniture that was still in there. I went to do videos. I did some videos, and I was going to edit them and put a video together. And, goodbye. My 2-year-old's like, the door opened. Goodbye. So she's out there on the screen porch screaming at them. And I went to do videos and rearranged. And about an hour after I left, she showed up. And so we actually have a neighbor that shows the house for us. So like we really have like our own little network. We have a neighbor that's always home, and he'll go and lock the house and show the house for us. And so she called my husband, and he's like, well, I can see if the neighbor will come let you in. As he said that, the neighbor walked up and was like, would you like to see the house? And she's on the phone with my husband walking through the house. She didn't even finish walking through the house. She's like, sold, I'm buying this house. And I have to say, that was Friday afternoon. She told my husband her terms. They're right there. They're coming through the other door. Told my husband her terms and her plans, and he said that he'd come and talk to me about it and what she was willing to give in order to get her, without going into the details of our home. I was like, that sounds great. Let's do it, And we met with her Saturday morning to write the contract. And it was really neat because he printed out the contract, and we went line by line, filling it out across from each other. He's like, are you willing to do this? No, but I'm willing to do that. Okay. And, and will you take her out there? We'll just wait. And it was really neat to be able to go line by line and really, negotiate that together without having to do that third party, like tell my realtor tells the realtor tells the buyer. Just as, and they never let you be together. I don't think they let you come sit together, because then you realize how much you might not need them. I mean, realtors do a lot of work. I'm not going to lie. Realtors do a lot of work that sometimes has been a big pain in the butt for us. They do a lot of work. But there is something so nice. There's things so nice to be able to sit across from, and there was one thing she's like, really, because my husband and her started debate, not really her, my husband and her daughter-in-law started debating the title company, what title company to use. And because she wanted one title company and he wanted another. And what finally the consensus came down to is whoever decides the title company pays for the entire title work. And that became you know, and she's like, well, I want to pick it, but I want you to pay for it. And he's like, wait a minute, I'm saving you. He's like, that's $250, and I'm saving you $250 here by not charging you this. And they're like, so it's a wash. And they're like, okay, you know, so like there was like those little things without, you know, it was just really a neat thing to watch, and it was pretty hilarious at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are pretty darn excited. So we then, and I didn't tell you, we then found a used double wide that somebody's selling in town off their property. They want it moved. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful house. I got to walk through it Saturday morning. It feels more like a modular than a mobile home. But oh, see ya, Erica. But
Hi, Erica.
we're actually having problems on getting it moved, and it might not be worth it.
Oh.
So we're back and forth. But you know, the first step is really we got to sell the house. But anyways,
Right.
after that gets
Exciting.
done, I'll have my garden going. Maybe,
Yes.
hopefully.
So Medley said, pray for Big Family Homestead to find a new house. I think they did, didn't they?
I thought they did. I thought they were moving.
I think they're to Michigan. That was the last I had heard. They had found some property with acreage, and I think he's taking a job at a church out there.
Cool. That'll be a good move for them.
Yeah.
Good move for them.
So Mama Schmooze had to leave us too. Bye. Because Lord knows stress is one of the reasons why we gain. It didn't work out. Okay, well then I haven't missed that. Well,
I missed that too. I'm having to move around.
Hopefully they'll find something.
I got a toddler trying to bounce on me. Yes. Took over my pillow. She's just like I'll have this over. Stole your pillow.
Well, it's 8:41 here.
All right, give me your prayer request. I'm not writing them down today unless somebody gets me a piece of paper and pen. But
okay, so
we'll have to add
that. We need to remember. Yeah, big family. Let's see.
Found paper.
Okay, so I have one. I have requested prayer for a young man that goes to our church. His name is Drake.
Hold on.
He's 14 years old. Oh.
I got it right. I'm catching up.
Okay. So, but anyway, so Drake has had, he's had a chronic pancreatitis, and his pancreas is pretty much dead. And so he is waiting for a blood clot to clear up before they can do a transplant. But his grandmother told us at church Sunday that he kind of had a breakdown where he feels like he's not going to make it, and asked if she would take him to Washington, D.C. because he wants to see it. And it's just, oh, goodness gracious. It's heartbreaking. But if you all will remember him and his family. Let's see. And Medley also said, pray for our world.
Yep. Compass's oldest daughter. Which one is this one? Which one is Compass? Which daughter is this one? Because we've prayed for both your daughters over the time. Please stop aggravating her. This is not the time.
Yep. Everyone's children deployed overseas. That's a good one. Praise report. Danielle says the 3 boys' behavior, better attitudes all around. Bye and love you all. That's wonderful.
Yay! Yeah, we were praying for our homes because yeah. They were getting bad.
Misty said, pray that I can get financing on getting my teeth fixed.
Oh, bless your heart. That is bad stuff.
Candy said the family that was in the accident, the father is out of the hospital and on the mend, so they are finally having a memorial for the daughter this Saturday. So Compass Rose said the hyperthyroidism, the docs want to kill or remove her thyroid. No.
I heard a bunch of stuff that goes crazy wrong. Do your research. I mean, even if it's YouTube research, the aftermath of the thyroid, it's like there's a pain in the butt to live with, but when they take it out, like there's just irreversible things that never are right. And what I ran into, my mom ran into, was one of her friends. The doctor told her like that was what she had to do, no options, when in fact it was just that was what he wanted to do. All right. So sorry. I'm missing some. I'm missing.
Mary said a childhood friend who has stage 4 colon cancer. Claire, her dad, his name is Paul, fell and is in the hospital in New York.
Hold on.
She's all awake. Okay.
Stage 4 colon. All right. Next one.
Claire, Cookie Crumb Fun, her dad, his name is Paul. He fell, is in the hospital in New York, and she's all the way in California. So she's asking for healing and wisdom for her siblings. Bug just flew in my coffee. No, a bug just flew in my coffee. I was trying to rescue the coffee. Let's see. Peace and Pantry said that her husband's new job fell through, and now he has no job at all. Shabby Chick said she had 3 crowns. One of them's giving her trouble, and she has to go back Friday. Please pray that it gets resolved. Okay, is it Stephanie G says pray for me to figure out how to lower / manage stress and anxiety before it affects my health. Cassandra says pray for us getting our presentation ready for furlough. Lots of traveling coming up with 4 kids.
Wait, who is that?
Her name is Cassandra. Did I say that right? Yeah, Cassandra. Amby said, please pray for my friend. She lost her son on the 6th. He leaves behind a wife and 4-year-old little boy. Oh, my goodness. Tina says, pray for all my health issues. Going to Cryoni. Let's see. Maybe Cryoni. I'm not sure. Misty said my sister-in-law and her had hers removed. Oh, talking about thyroid. She's a different person and gained a bunch of weight.
Yeah, different person. My girlfriend had her done. Her voice is gone. Her voice changed.
Okay, so pray for all my going to a. I don't know how you pronounce it. CHORINI pain doctor.
Pain doctor. Yeah. Pain.
Let's see.
It's driving her heart
crazy
high.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about the one.
Okay. AMB said in Alexandria, Virginia, there was a shooting at a congressman baseball practice. Yeah, that's the one I told you about. I got the notification that Rand Paul was there. Let's see. Yeah.
I feel like there's some I missed at the very beginning. Hey, okay, so here I've got some questions. And I got some praise reports. So I did get a praise report that I can't, it's missing my what is it? Anyways, remember the mom that we were praying for, somebody's sister? I think it's Mama Geek TV's sister that was pregnant, and she's been on bed rest since 32 weeks. She had a healthy 5.5 pound or almost 6 pound baby boy, or not a baby boy. I don't know if it's a boy. Baby, she's good. Everybody turned out good. Cheers.
That's awesome.
What about our missionary dad with a pile of kids that was going through chemo? Do we know about him? And then do we know about the young gal that lost her mom, her grandma, her grandpa, and had an estranged relationship from her dad, with her dad?
Yeah.
Do you know anything about
Chelsea?
Chelsea.
And was Paul the name of the missionary?
I think Paul was the name of the missionary that was going through chemo.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to get caught up in current events. I mean, current events are going to be everywhere. We're going to pray for them, but yes, we definitely need intervention on hate, and definitely keeping Wee Tree in prayer for what's been happening against her.
I will say I was just reading this. Only one congressman was shot, but he's not dead, and the shooter has been taken into custody. Rand Paul is saying that it would have been a massacre if it hadn't been for the Capitol Police. So there's something to be said there. It was scary that it happened, but so far no tragedies. So that's good.
Right. Okay. So is that it? So I'm going to put Paul the missionary. And Chelsea the orphan. We're calling her an orphan. She's not really an orphan, but I'm sure she feels like one. Lung transplant. Alrighty. Let's do this. Hey, Lottie, will you go in there and turn the water off? Wait, go get your brother a towel first and turn the shower off on him. All right, I think I got it. Pray for all the southern mamas. And the northern mamas and the western mamas, or is there something specific for these southern mamas? Pray for all stay-at-home moms. Ah, I see you. Leave my computer alone. I'm sorry if y'all are getting nauseous with all the moving. I'm on the couch with a pile of kids. Now I'm all slanted and sitting the way you should, you know, where you're like flat except for your shoulders. You can't sit like this too much.
Let me. I do want to fix what I said. Five people were shot, including the gun.
Oh yeah.
But there were no, as of right now, there are no tragedies.
I'm sorry. I have to move. I'm about to run out of juice. Okay. Okay. All the mamas. We're praying for all the mamas. All the mamas. I don't know how that song goes. I'll start making up my own words, and you know I shouldn't be singing. Will you shut that door? All the mamas. We pray for all the mamas. You know, I'm going to say this, and I know this is so off, out of topic, so random, but we just watched that movie on the chess playing. On the chess player from Uganda. Was it Uganda, the Disney movie? Phenomenal. Now, yeah, they minimized like God a little bit in it, you know, like they pray in the God, you know, but they were like very aware, like, you know, she's getting all this through church missionary, you know, through a missionary school program. You know, and there were times that they prayed and stuff, you know, so they didn't like over embellish probably the reality of it, but they still left it. But it was a good movie. All right, sorry. I have to, you know, censor. There we go. Hey,
Funny.
Bubba, will you go find him a pair of underwear? Or Katie, will you find him some drawers? Because I keep 2 kids. We don't have enough closet space, so we keep 2 kids in the lot. They're closing there. All right, so Misty says, hey, look, no pile laundry. Thank you. So right here, I did a video the other day, and it was like this high. And well, I'm going to have to admit, it was Tatiana came over, and I was like, we are taking down the laundry today. Has to get down, because I want to make sure we could sit together, you know, otherwise we can't sit together. And so Tatiana was totally my motivation. And not because she was going to judge me, because I knew she wasn't going to judge me. She's good like that. It was just because I wanted us to have a place to sit. And then I got some baskets that go underneath. No, it's like the IKEA like wire ones that fit under this couch. And so I put all the socks in there, all the sweaters, and then I have one more spot. So I can put this stuff that never really has a home.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Real life
Amy said,
interest.
Oh, Amy said, please pray for June Gull.
Yeah, I already got her down. My boys love to run around with no pants on. I got my no pants. I swear that's all toddlers. All toddlers. Been wanting to watch that movie. Looked like it'd be great. It's on Netflix. That's why we watched it. Now, if I can get mine down, I'd be happy. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just remember when my son was younger, as soon as we would come home from anywhere, pants came off. No pants. Now he
started stripping in the van.
Well, is it a toddler thing or is it a man thing? I don't know.
No, it's all my kids, just about. My kids, no clothes as toddlers. Trish, I
That's
love
so
that
funny.
you comparing even when your back is turned. Because I know what's going on.
That's right. Eyes in the back of your head.
And I in the back of my head, I'm saying, listen, you need to be doing that. It is kind of
I'll
nice
be right
about
back.
being in the house. All right, I'm gonna pray and I'll pray right once you get back. Because we do have to go. My 9-year-old could run around without clothes. She would be happy. I was that way. I remember being a kid up until I was about 8. I just wanted to run around in shorts and a shirt all the time. And my grandmother would sat me down and she's like, you were too old. You have to wear a shirt. So I'd wear a shirt to go outside, but I didn't want to wear one around the house. And she's like, you have to wear one around the house. You're too old. And I was like, my grandma said? My grandma said, don't bite your nails, you'll get worms. It took being an adult to understand why. Don't bite your nails, you're going to get worms. Seriously, she was right on that one. I thought she crazy. I thought she was scaring me. No, she was right. And then she said, put your clothes on. Yeah. She's mean, but loving all at the same time. I miss her. She's crazy. My 2 boys are 6 and 9, and I still don't wear pants. I tell my daughters I have eyes in the back of my head. That's funny. My boy is happy as long as he has something on his feet. My kids don't want to leave with any clothes. My adults and teens are still convinced I have eyes in the back of my head. You can let her take her with you. They're gonna go feed goats. The baby is always like, baby goats, baby goats. Look at her. Look, watch. Baby goats. Baby goats. See, she's mouthing it. Baby goats. Feed baby goats. They're doing their morning thing. It's a kid thing. My younger kids would be naked 24/7 if I let them. Right? Man, I gotta tell y'all, I have so many videos to make. I'm hoping to make some today because I am in love with these. Have you seen these? Have you seen these? Oh my gosh, they're so cool. I love these. They're so beautiful. I went to a dear friend's funeral when we passed my house on the way to church. My son was standing by the mailbox with boots, no shirt, and boxers. Oh, it was February. Everyone, I bet, Mary, that was the biggest blessing at that funeral when at the after part, the reception part, that everybody had something else to focus on and not their grief. That's what I think. That's what I think. Yeah, so sometimes I wonder, like, the different things. Like, I have so many things I want to say on top, but sometimes to sit in front of the camera is just like, oh, it's hard to get the time. And then, like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I do the live show, I feel like I can just come as I am. Here we are, and y'all are like forgiving me for it. When I do the videos, I feel like I need to be a little bit more put together. Oh, I should probably do this because I think if that's playing in the background, YouTube might get on to me. Let's see. Oh, just bought my first fun schooling book. I'm going to start making videos again when my teeth get fixed. There you go. You have to do what is good for you. It was funny. Oh, Mary says it was. It was the best, like, just believe. I keep looking through the book. It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful. I bought the mommy one. I bought the mommy files. It's kind of an ABC kind of thinking about your vision, your faith, making green lemonade, being a servant to God, drawing on the ceilings. I don't know. I think that's on paper. I think that's from, kind of Michelangelo there. Healthy living tips, joy, make time for you, nature. It's got all these beautiful pictures. So it's kind of a mom and daughter file. I have to say, I have a friend here. You're going to have to follow her. I can't remember what her thing is. She's getting started. I think it's like Homeschool Files or something like that. But she is actually in here. She is one of the contributors to it, which I thought was fantastic. And I met her a while back. She's back. You got to take yourself off mute. You're on mute. If you didn't know, you're on mute. Tangi, you're probably still on mute. She's like, yeah, I know. She's like, I know. She's
I was
sitting there.
talking to the boy. Yeah, I was telling him after we get done here, we got some errands to run, so telling him he needs to put some britches on. He's got britches on.
Oh, Mary was talking about she was coming back from a funeral, and the whole funeral to the, I guess from wherever to wherever, you know how you have to drive to two places in the funeral a lot of times, drove right past her mailbox, and there her son was, like, no clothes boxer, that was it. And
love it.
The full conversation of the funeral. It was just ha 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 ha.
That's funny.
Let's see. I'm going to start making videos then. Too funny. I keep looking. They're beautiful. You're fine if they could see us. I need to pick your brains on nutrition books for health for my high schooler. Are you looking for like a health program? I haven't gone there yet. So at this point, I'd just be like, I'd go get a plain curriculum, like an Becca, Bob Jones, whoever has made a health, and I would just go grab that. Because I mean, they all have to pretty much, everybody's kind of in line. It's all their delivery. What are your opinions on unschooling? Unschooling's like textbook classical schooling, Charlotte Mason schooling. It's just a different flavor. Dr. Furman is awesome, doctor on nutrition. So is he on YouTube? Candy gave me a yes, Trish. In Mexican culture, it is a faux pas when kids can't eat spicy table food. I am such a spicy food eater. I have, the chili paste. I told you about the chili paste exploding in here. My 2-year-old eats chili paste. My 7-year-old doesn't eat anything spicy. Mom used to tell me you have to eat something spicy every day or the worms in your tummy will get out of hand and make you stupid. Right? I'm getting to that stage of pregnancy where I want to go without clothes when I'm home.
Oh my
gosh. The moo stage.
For me, it was worse at night. Like, I could handle clothes during the day, but at nighttime, I was naked, and I would have to sleep in. We had a spare room before, the second one came along, and I would lay in bed with the fan blowing on me. I could not. And then my husband.
Well, it's not only that. They don't. At some point in that body shape, the stuff does not stay where it's supposed to be. And so then you feel like you're like with a boa constrictor, and that's your clothes, and you're just fighting them the whole time.
No, mine was just the body temperature. I couldn't handle, I couldn't regulate my body heat, and my husband.
And you're just like
a lot of heat. Yes. Oh my gosh, it was horrible, horrible.
All right, so I gotta pray. I gotta get going. I gotta get my house in order.
I did too. Okay.
All right. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this time you brought us together, dear Lord. Thank you for the blessings you bestow on us and just being together and get to be in community and fellowship over the mission that you've set us in, dear Lord. Dear Lord, please be with Big Family Home as they are looking for their home. I know what this feels like as we've been doing this adventure for the last year or so. Dear Lord, just be with them and bring them to the place that you need them to be. Dear Heavenly Father, be with Drake as he's dealing with going into that pancreas transplant. Lord, you know where his heart and mind are set. Lord, let him be in your will. Dear Lord, be with the world as it is dealing with the hate it has for each other. Lord, I know that part of this you've already foretold of, dear Lord, and I also know a lot of this is just the work of the devil. And what better way to do it but to tear us apart. Dear Lord, be with Compass as her daughter's health is having problems. Dear Lord, be with all those men and women that are deployed. Be with their families that are home and their wives and husbands that grieve for them, their children that miss them, and their moms and dads that are just worried. Lord, be with Misty as she's dealing with the financing for her mouth, Lord, and let those funds come about. Dear Lord, be with Mary's friend who is dealing with stage 4 colon. Let your will be done. Let peace be over and be the great physician. Dear Lord, be with Claire as her dad is in New York and she's in California. And as he's dealing with his medical needs, that there's peace and comfort amongst everybody. Dear Lord, be with Peace and Pantry as she's dealing once again with her husband's job, needing to find a job. Lord, let the blessing come about. Lord, be with Shabby as she's dealing with her mouth stuff too. Lord, you know as moms, we can come into our mission and into our efforts stressed with anxiety, and you promised us a yoke that is easier. Lord, let us bring our worries and our concerns and lay them at your feet and remind us not to pick them back up. We have set them down and you've got them. Dear Lord, be with Cassandra as she's stressing to prepare for going on her leave. Lord, be with the husband and dad that just lost his life and their daughter. Dear Lord, just bring comfort to the family. Dear Lord, be with Tina. She's dealing with her chronic pain, that we find resolution. Again, be with our country as we deal with and hear about the events that are coming on. Lord, be with Wheatree and those that are with those that are the hate that's coming at her. Lord, let it be resolved and let comfort come home to her. Lord, be with the missionary Paul. We haven't heard about him lately, but just be with him as he's going through his chemo and his family. Lord, be with Chelsea. Renew and fix and repair that relationship that she has with her remaining family member, and let her heart be settled. Lord, be with June, who's dealing with a lung transplant, that everything goes well. Lord, we thank you for the time you get to bring us together, Lord. Thank you for the little quietness you bring us amongst the great internet. Thank you for a united heart as we come together. Thank you for the love and comfort and encouragement that we do receive from each other. In your son's precious name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Whoa! Oh my goodness. Reading of what Amanda just said. Wah, ha, ha. Okay.
Hey, Simply.
Okay.
Simply 7's here. And we're
Simply
leaving because we're on.
Wait. Simply 7. Hey, did you have, was it Simply 7? Is it you that was giving us reports on Paul the missionary or Chelsea the orphan? I know she's giving us reports on something. Addie, please don't go sit down right now.
No, simply, and Nicole, I don't know if this is Nicole or if it's Josh, but Nicole had a severe concussion and was dealing with a severe concussion.
Okay. Because I know that we've been praying over something with them. Mm-hmm. So it's that. Okay. Sorry. I just write this stuff on random paper and I stick it somewhere. And then I can't find it. It's just.
Can you give us a report on Nicole? I know she's back to work now, but I know she's still having like dizzy spells, and which, I mean, they homestead, and so working out in this heat, and she's like the lady that don't quit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have to tell you, laugh out loud, I declare you're two little
honorary Mexicans. Oh yeah.
My husband grew up in the United Nations of Florida. I don't want to give away the city, but there's like the United Nations. It's a corporate town, corporate ag, but everybody is from everywhere. I mean, what was it? What is it? I'm trying to think of Knox's nationality. Knox is like redhead Irish, okay? And he married a Mexican Filipino. I mean, so the just jokes are hilarious because almost every nation is there in that town, and they're all like intermarried, and it is the most amazing town ever. And so my husband, and there's a lot of Cubans and Haitians and stuff, and so they'll actually go eat lunch in some of the. See, this is why I'm not going to say what it is, because they'd get in trouble. But you would go in these black market restaurants, and so essentially it's a woman providing for her family by cooking out of her kitchen and converting her entire living room into a dining room. Wow, and she would there's nothing that tells you that this is a restaurant outside. It's just word of mouth, and you walk in and you sit down and you eat. And so my husband has these stories, and my father-in-law still has these stories, where they ate authentic Haitian, Cuban, Guatemalan, especially the Central Americans food. And so my husband, he's a diehard Cubano food eater. I mean, we eat a lot of Cuban food when we get a chance. And we were at a Cuban graduation party and doing keto. Listen, is it a noche? I think it's medium noche. It's a sandwich, but it's like a ham. It's like this type of ham with a Swiss cheese with a pickle kind of deal on the bread. So I'm peeling the bread off and I'm eating these things like no tomorrow. I'm feeling bad because I got this like mountain of bread to eat just a little bit of, meat and pickles and cheese. But it was awesome. But Jones declares me an honorary Mexicano.
Awesome.
Oh, hey, I did the one time. Listen, we love Jones. I have it on one of my blog posts that I don't even use anymore. But I did, what's his name? He's on PBS all the time. But I did a Yukon Mexican food week. So we made nothing but Yukon Mexican food, not like the typical, not the ones like you always get in the restaurant, because nobody's serving Yukon Mexican, but it was like, so yeah. Anyways, just share my love. All right, okay, Josh, what does Josh say?
He said she's working but still having vertigo and speech issues. Goes to a specialist tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully they can get her fixed
up. Crystal says, where in Florida are you?
Food.
You never? It's fantastic. My biggest thing about doing like keto is the plantains. I can live off plantains, black beans, and rice. Just saying, with a little chicken.
Now I had a plantain once. We lived in the Virgin Islands for a little while, and this is when I was a kid, and plantains was a thing there. But hey, I need to go.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right, bye guys. Good to see you all.
I'll be off here in a minute. Hasta luego.
Bye.
Mi amigo. No, my amiga. Where in Florida are you? Bye. Where in Florida are you? I might be visiting more often to visit an awesome new church starting in Jacksonville. Who knows? Maybe move there one day. I am 5 hours from Jacksonville. I am Southwest Florida, so I'm around Fort Myers. I'm half Mexican. I married a redheaded Irish man, and I have a redheaded kid, and he loves his spicy food. There you go. All right, I better get off here and get my life started. I got crazy kid dancing. I hope y'all don't mind me doing live chats in the middle of my chaos kids, because this is how it really happens. My hiding out is getting to be hard. All right. Bye, guys.